Welcome to our online YouTube channel again. My name is Scarlett. For those who have already joined us before, you might already know me from our previous solar panel recycling machine live streaming before. Today I'm so excited to be back here online with you again and show you our lithium battery recycling machine. This is our 1 ton per hour lithium battery recycling plant. It's ready for delivery right now. We have customer from European today come here for final inspection, and we have prepared 6 tons of raw material. We have prepared 6 tons of ternary battery to be used for the demo show. Okay. For those who are new here, Sunny Group is a group company. We are the global leading manufacturer of solid waste metal recycling machinery. And our company is actually focusing on producing all kinds of machines like solar panel recycling machine, lithium-ion battery recycling machine, and PCB recycling machine, e-waste recycling machine, and so on. And our company is renowned for its innovative and efficient solutions in the recycling industry, helping business worldwide recover valuable materials from all kinds of end-of-life materials. So today, before we dive into the demonstration of the lithium battery recycling machine, let's talk about why recycling of lithium battery is essential. Right now, the lithium battery has powered the modern world, modern society, from the mobile phone, from the laptop, to the EV cars, and to the whole sustainable energy system. But with the fast developing of this sustainable energy and the billions of scraps lithium batteries will soon reach the end of their life. So what to do with the battery? How should we recycle the battery? Shall we just put them into landfill? Actually, there are mainly the following reasons why we are doing lithium battery recycling. First of all, we have to protect the environment. Recycling can help us to prevent the hazardous material to pollute our soil and the water. And secondly, it can help us recover valuable materials. We can extract the lithium, cobalt, nickel, and all kinds of other precious metals from the lithium battery. Thirdly, it can help us to reach a circular economy, by helping the circular economy to help reduce the greenhouse gas emission. And last one, we can help to establish the sustainable energy by reducing the dependency of raw material mining and also reducing the costs, of course. So today we will show you the most advanced technology Sunny Group is producing for lithium-ion battery recycling. At Sunny Group, we are so proud to contribute to this global effort with innovative, efficient, and high safety recycling technology. For today's test, let's take a look at the raw materials we have prepared for you. These are soft packaged ternary lithium batteries. We prepared 6 tons based on the customer's requirements. Also, today we have a third-party inspection company, SGS, is invited here to oversee the whole process and verify the results. These are probably from, the soft package battery from the EV cars, and also from the, not only this battery, that you can take a look at that one. We have the battery from the mobile phones, computers. Besides this, our machine actually can be used to process all kinds of lithium batteries. If we classify based on the different shape, we can not only recycle the soft package batteries, we can also recycle the cylindrical battery, prismatic square batteries. If we classify based on the chemical composition inside, we can, like this is the NCM battery. Besides the NCM battery, we can also recycle like LFP battery, LMO battery, all kinds of lithium batteries. But there is one important thing is before we recycle the battery, you know, the EV car battery is a very big module. We have to dismantle the big module into like this single cells, mainly because we need to get it fully discharged. The single cells need to be put into the conductive liquid water to get it fully discharged. Like after fully discharged, then the battery can be put into the system to recycle, to get shredded, crushed, and sorted out. So we can get the copper, aluminum, most importantly, the black mass. Okay, now let's take a look at the whole system. This is a brief catalog of our lithium-ion battery recycling plant. Here's a schematic diagram. This is this line. Production capacity is 1 ton per hour. So compared with the diagram, you see the first system is the feeding belt conveyor. Feeding belt conveyor, and then we have a single shaft shredder here to shred the battery. Then you can take a look. This is the feeding belt conveyor. To the top, that is a single shaft shredder. The shredder can shred the battery into a 3 to 5 centimeter size. And then let's move to the next equipment. After shredding, the material fall down here to the carbonization furnace. Take a look. That is the carbonization furnace, the very most important part in the whole system. This is LPG gas we use to do the demonstration. For this system, you can use LPG gas. You can also use natural gas. Actually, depend on your requirements. And the connector here, there you can see several burners. With these burners, to heating the furnace. Inside the furnace, when we carbonize the material, the electrolyte inside the lithium battery will be fully evaporate and turn into gas. That's VOC gas. It's harmful, so we have to treat the exhaust gas. So on the top, you see there is a pipeline here to suck out the gas, and then the whole back area, this is the exhaust gas treatment. You see the middle one, the pipeline to suck the exhaust gas, and we have an exhaust gas treatment system to fully purify the VOC gas. After the furnace, the material will be discharged here, then through the elevator here. This is a zigzag airflow separator. It's used to separate the battery casings. And we have a belt conveyor to discharge the battery casings. And also there is a magnetic ruler to separate the iron material, iron shell here. Material fall down here and through this elevator to lift all the material to the top position. And then we have a zigzag airflow separation system to separate the heavier material. Heavier material is mainly the battery shells. Through the magnetic ruler, the battery casing iron casing will collect here. Okay, this is the comeback. And then other material like the aluminum shell, aluminum or plastic casing will be discharged to this comeback. That's the battery casing separation system. After separating the casing, what we left? We left the copper, aluminum, and all the black mass. Then we have a thermal screen here. You can also call it a rotary sieve to select out the black mass. And there are actually 2 rotary sieves for double stage selection, black mass removal. Now let's take a look at the physical one. This is the rotary sieve. Number one, after first step separation, at the end of the thermal screen, the material will fall down to the crusher. This is a crusher for second step crushing. After crushing, all the material will be conveyed to the second trommel screen for second step separation. Hi, I got a question from the audience. Will this be record and available later? Yes, of course. For same link, you can come back later to watch the playback. It's the same link, no problem. And also, if you want to get more information about this production line, you can contact us. This is the WhatsApp number, and this is the email address. You can contact with us. We can send you the complete test running video and with more information later. Okay. So this is for second step black mass removal. After removing the black mass, so material fall down from the end position to a turbo mill. Here we have a turbo mill. Now, first step black mass removal, second step black mass removal, and then material fall down here to the turbo mill for grinding. The main reason why we use a turbo mill, we aim to improve the recycling efficiency. After grinding, all the remaining copper and aluminum will be ground into around the 1 millimeter size, very even size. In this way, it will help the following separation process for the copper and the aluminum. After grinding, now let's take a look at the copper and aluminum separation. After grinding through the pipeline here, the material will be pumped into the second material collector on the top, and then material will fall down to the round vibration screen. The round vibration screen has several layers. On the top layer, that is the impurities. And then for the second and the third layer, we use different size screen to classify the mixed material into different size. This side is a bigger size. This is the aluminum. And the other end is the copper. Let's take a look at the copper. This is the copper material. High purity. On the other side is the third layer. The smaller size material goes to another gravity separator to separate the copper from aluminum. Hi, Human. I got a question from Mr. Human. Can I get a copy of the plant catalog? Yes, of course. Please send us email or send us message on WhatsApp. After we receive your message, we will share with you the detailed catalog. Okay? This is the email address, christinely.recycle@gmail.com. The WhatsApp number 152-908-68058. Thank you. And you see there is an independent control panel here, small panel for each gravity separator. Over there has a control panel, and here we have a control panel. There are 3 VFD inside each gravity separation. This is for the bottom airflow. There is airflow to blow the wind from the bottom to the top. And this is for the vibration. This VFD controls the vibration of the gravity table. And the last one is the top airflow. Top airflow will suck the dust from the top. So with this, you can easily change the configuration. You can easily adjust the airflow and adjust the vibration to reach the best separation effect. So, do you know what is the working principle for this gravity separation? Because it separates different material according to their different density. For this size copper and this size aluminum, of course copper is much more heavier than aluminum. So under same size, we can easily separate the copper from aluminum. Oh, I got another question. Can this system recycle 120,000 tons per year? What's the capacity it can run? This line standard capacity is 1 ton per hour. 1 ton per hour. So it depends on like how many working hours you work per day and how many working days per year. So you can calculate based on the actual situation. But we can also do the customization for you. If you have like special requirements, you can let us know, and then we can customize the solution and let you know detailed offer later. Okay. Okay, that's the whole system. Now let's take a look at the pollution control system in this line. Let's start from this part. This is just a pure gas. Pure gas is water steam, it's normal. This chimney is already after exhaust gas treatment. Now let's take a look from the very first beginning. This is the exhaust gas control system. So that is the furnace. The temperature inside the furnace is around 300 to 400 Celsius degree. Under high temperature, the electrolytes inside the battery can be easily evaporated into gas. So we got the exhaust gas through the pipeline here. There is an induced draft fan to suck the inside the gas to the cyclone. The cyclone you can consider as a filter. Some small quantity black mass can be collected at the bottom, and the remaining gas will pass through the pipeline here to the second burning chamber. This is the second burning chamber, second combustion chamber. The temperature inside can reach 1000 Celsius degree. So the VOC gas enter the second burning chamber to fully burn and turn the VOC organic material disappear, and then only remaining material is the inorganic, is the H2O and carbon dioxide. And then after the second burning room, you can see we have two scraper tower, or you can call it scraper. The scraper can filter the gas and to filter the particles inside the gas. And then after the scraper tower, then we have a condenser, two sets of condenser to cool down the gas temperature. This condenser. So all the water inside of the scraper and the condenser is in circular use. It's in a closed loop, so the water will be not discharged outside. It's in circular use. After the condenser, then we have an active carbon absorption box here to further absorb the inside particles. And then this is our chimney, final discharge. Normally in your factory, the chimney will be made into a very long pipeline to connect outside the factory. But this is only for demonstration. So this is for gas control, for exhaust gas treatment. Besides the exhaust gas, we also have the dust. So how we control the dust? Because the whole system, we have different steps of shredding, crushing, and sorting. There will be a lot of dust generated. You see, through the whole line, we don't use belt conveyor. We just use some airflow transport, pneumatic transportation, so the pipeline are well closed. So all the dust is inside. Then through this system, then we have one big dust collector. This is pulse dust collector. It is used for dust collection. There are a lot of dust filters inside, and we combine with the compressed air here to, like, after a few seconds, to give a pulse to the dust filter. to clean the dust, and then the cleaning material will through the chimney will be discharged outside the factory. So this is for the dust control system. The whole plant is dust free, and we have complete exhaust gas treatment. Now let's take a look at such a big plant. Do you know how many laborers we need for the 1 ton per hour lithium-ion battery recycling? Actually, we only need around 3 laborers. 1 labor for raw material feeding, and 1 labor for discharged material collection, and the third labor engineer to patrol the whole line, to inspect the whole line. While we need only 1 labor for discharged material collection, you can see each sorting system we have pipeline connection. This is the first trommel screen for first step black mass removal. The black mass will fall through the screen and fall down here through this stainless steel pipeline here will be collected to 1 central box. We have a centralized black mass collection system. All the black mass from different discharge points, even from the dust collector, even black mass from the dust collector will fall down here and then through pipeline to connect to the centralized collection system. In this way, we can save a lot of labor. Through the pipeline here, this is a centralized material collection system. This is a 1 CBM centralized black mass collection box with the weighing function. You can see this is the touch screen. This is the actual weight. Right now we have collected around 199 kilogram black mass, and the preset value is 500 kilogram. If the inside the material, inside the black mass reach 500 kilogram, then it will give you alarm. So your labor just need to come back here to press stop, emergency stop, and then there is an airlock valve. The airlock valve will open and then to discharge the material into your 1 ton bag. So you can, in this way, just need 1 labor. So that's the whole line. Let's take a look at the diagram again. You see, this is after painting, but this machine in our factory now is before painting. Before painting, we need to do the demonstration. And after the machine passed the final inspection, we have to disassemble the whole system and then finish the final painting, finish the package, and then waiting for container loading. You see the feeding belt conveyor, and then the single shaft shredder, and then carbonization furnace. And then we have the zigzag airflow separator to separate the battery casing. After that, we have a double-stage black mass removal system. This trommel screen or rotary sieve, number 1 and number 2, to collect the black mass. And then we have a crusher under the first trommel screen for second step crushing. We have a turbo mill at the end of the second trommel screen for third step grinding. And then on the other direction, we have the gravity separator, 2 sets gravity separator to separate the aluminum and the copper. That's the whole process. The total length of this plant is around 50 meter, and the wide is around 12 meter wide, and around 8 meter high. If you have a special factory, you can send us the drawing. We can do the customization, and we can customize the layout plan for you. Okay, now let's take a look again the whole demonstration process from the raw material feeding stage. Oh. 还以为这是。These are the raw materials. 不上料了吗？再上点吧。So you just need one labor here to fill the material. You see, besides the soft pack battery, we also have the cylindrical battery. All type of battery cell can be directly fed into the system. 这是手机电池吗？不是啊。This 这是哪里的？From probably from the EVs. Feeding belt conveyor. Okay, now I want to introduce you another very important system in this line. That is the nitrogen protection system. Some customer may think lithium battery shredding is very dangerous thing because if the battery is not fully discharged, then it can cause fire or even explosion. So in order to prevent the battery from fire or explosion, we prepare the nitrogen generator here. Through the nitrogen generator, the pipeline here, the nitrogen will be pumped into the shredder and the furnace. So the battery are shredded in an inert state, inert gas environment. So without oxygen, the battery won't cause any fire. So the working principle for the nitrogen generator, you see we have an air compressor here. Through the air compressor, we have a two-stage filter here. Through different stage filter, the pressure inside is also different. When we pump into the compressed air, pump into the gas, only the nitrogen is allowed to come out. So after that different stage filtration, then we get the nitrogen gas storage tank. Inside that is the pure nitrogen. Then through the pipeline to pump into the shredder and the furnace to prevent battery from fire or explosion. Then after the battery put into the shredder, after shredding material fall down here directly to the furnace, we have a forced feeding system at the beginning of the furnace. So the material will go into the furnace and then keep rotary and continuous running from the beginning to the end of the furnace. Material will stay inside from the beginning to the end around 15 minutes, then discharge to the furnace tail. Take a look at the touch screen. This is the touch screen of the furnace. Our touch screen supports multi-language. Chinese, English also support a third language. This is the main menu. So we have Chinese and we also have English version. Start the screen. Multi-language support. Actually, there are three different functions of this carbonization furnace. First of all, the electrolyte inside the battery is in liquid. It's very white. If you don't use the furnace, the liquid will be very white and will cause the black mass stick heavily on the copper and the aluminum. So in the following separation stage, it's very difficult to separate the black mass. There will be a lot of black mass still stick on the copper and aluminum and even battery casing. When you separate the battery casing, the battery interiors, and you separate the copper and aluminum, a lot of black mass will be wasted, will be lost. So with this furnace, we can get the electrolyte fully evaporate into gas. So the electrolyte will turn dry. So so we can also collect the VOC gas to get it exhaust gas treatment. Otherwise, if you don't use the furnace from the very first beginning to the end stage, the electrolyte will keep evaporate from the beginning to the end. So there will be harmful gas from the beginning to the end. That will be a very big headache, especially for some high developed countries. Most countries have very high strict requirements on the exhaust gas treatment. So that's why the first reason for us to use the carbonization furnace. And the second reason, there is a chemical bonder between the black mass and the aluminum and copper sheet. The black mass stick on the copper and the aluminum because of this chemical bonder. Inside the furnace, the chemical bonder will turn carbonized, will be invalid. So the black mass can be very easily removed from the copper and the aluminum. So in this way, we don't have to crush the aluminum and copper into very fine powder. Before that step, the battery is still in 3 to 5 big pieces, but we can get like 90% of black mass for the copper sheet and the aluminum sheet. In this way, we can get a very high purity black mass. And the third reason, there is a separator paper. You can also call it a battery interior. It can help to maintain the strength of the battery module. And inside the furnace, the separator paper, the battery interior will just get carbonized into gas. So it can also prevent when you separate the separator paper, plastic, it will take away some very small quantity black mass. Because black mass is high value, we don't want any loss during the whole system. That's the three reasons why we use the carbonization furnace. And you saw here, through the carbonization inside, there are heats generated during the carbonization process. So we use pipeline here to connect to a heat exchange system. On the top of the machine, there's a heat exchange system. It can reuse the heat generated by the furnace to heat the oxygen. If you want to heat the furnace besides the fuel, besides the LPG gas, you will also need oxygen. So when we provide oxygen to the furnace, we will reuse the heat and to provide heat to the oxygen. So it will save a lot of energy, around like 10% energy during the carbonization process. So it's energy saving. And then after carbonization furnace, material falls down to the elevator here, and then through the zigzag separator to separate the battery casing. Let's take a look at the battery casing. This only for demonstration. So the iron shell, the battery casings. After we separate the battery casing, and then there is the induced draft fan here. We'll turn the negative pressure to positive pressure to pump the material inside the thermal screen. The reason why we use thermal screen instead of other like linear screen or round vibration screen. Why? The main reason is because if you use the round vibration screen or even a linear screen, the screen space, the material directly contact space is very limited. It's only like a maximum around 3 square meters. When you separate the material, the black mass is on top of the copper sheet and aluminum sheet. During the vibration, it's very difficult to fully separate the black mass. Black mass won't fall through the screen. It will stick on above of the copper and aluminum. Even you use the vibration linear screen, but we use thermal screen. This is also our patented technology. The trommel screen, there's a rotary drum inside. So material pump into the trommel screen and keep rotation, keep floating, flying in the air, flying. Black mass will like that, keep flying in the trommel screen. And you can see the trommel screen is inclined. It's not horizontal, it's inclined. Bigger size material will stick on the screen, and smaller size material, lighter material will keep rotation and fly in the air. And then on the top of the trommel screen there, we have induced draft fan with a pipeline to suck out the black mass. Suck out the black mass from the top position. That is the first outlet. And there is another outlet. Black mass is very small size. It's just like powder. Its size is very small. But copper and aluminum still in 3 to 5 centimeter, very big size. So the black mass will fall through the screen to fall down to the bottom position. You can show here, you see the yellow color. The yellow color is the bottom of the trommel screen. That is the screw conveyor. The screw conveyor will convey the black mass into this pipeline. You can take a look. There are a lot of high purity black mass inside, and then will fall down here through the stainless steel pipeline to collect into the centralized box. That is the working principle of this trommel screen. And after separate the black mass, the bigger material like copper and aluminum sheet will fall down to the hammer crusher. This is a hammer blade type crusher to further crush the material into smaller size, like 1 to 3 millimeter. After crushing through the pipeline, pump into the second trommel screen for second stage separation. This trommel screen is exactly the same with the first one. So some black mass will be collected from the top, and some black mass will be collected from the bottom. Through the pipeline, all will be collected to the centralized black mass collection system. After that, material will fall down to the turbo mill for grinding. After grinding, the material can reach around 1 millimeter size in uniform size. You can see we have some pipeline here. It's for air cooler. You need to connect a water chiller here to help cool down the temperature of the turbo mill. After grinding through the pipeline, material fall down to the round vibration screen. As you can see here, the round vibration screen, multi-layers. The bottom layer is some remaining black mass, and the top two layer will classify the mixed material into two different sizes. Bigger size goes to the other air gravity separator. Smaller size goes to this gravity separator. That's the reason why we use two airflow separator, or you can also call it a gravity table, to separate the copper from aluminum. See that? Copper. This is very small size copper. Later, let's take a look at the other side machine. The copper will be bigger size. Size of this side is much more bigger. Bigger size. And the whole system, we have made a lot of maintenance platform for you. Although the machine is very high, almost 8 meter high, but we have a lot of maintenance platform with stairs. You can easily go to the top for future maintenance, to change the spare parts and to do the daily checking, weekly checking, facilitate the maintenance process. You see that is the third-party inspection company, SGS. According to the customer requirements, they are here today, and actually for 3 days. Yesterday is the first day, today is the second day, and tomorrow is the last day. They are here to do the checking, inspection, and they will inspect the exhaust gas and give them a final test report. They are doing some sample collection. You see there, this is the temperature meter. It actually monitors different temperature inside the furnace, different stage. And inside the furnace is already like 400 Celsius degree, and for around 400 Celsius degree. And at the beginning and the tail of the furnace, the temperature is much more much more lower. This side is for preheating, and middle side is for real carbonization, and the tail gas is for the material cooling down. That's why for different stage we have the different temperature. There are a lot of sensors inside each stage of the furnace for monitor the temperature monitoring. And we also have the pressure monitoring system and explosion-proof system to make sure the safety of the whole line. Okay, that's the whole line. Now our camera will show you again the whole system. 你一会儿再带他们看一下这个整条线，从头到尾你自己就再绕一下这个。There are several key features and advantages of this 1 ton/hour lithium-ion battery recycling system. First of all, is high-efficient material recovery. Our system utilizes a combination of carbonization, crushing, sorting methods to efficiently separate valuable materials, such as copper, aluminum, and black mass. This ensures that we can maximum the recovery of high-value resources from used batteries. And the second advantage is we use carbonization process to treat the battery and ensure all components are safely and completely discharged before being processed. And then we have a high purity output. The output materials, especially the black mass, have a purity rate of 98% or even higher. The high level of purity is essential for ensuring that the recovered materials can be reused in the manufacturing for new batteries. And it can also help you sell the battery material at a high value. And next one is the safety and protection. We designed a system with nitrogen protection during the shredding and the carbonization stage to prevent the risk of fire and combustion. This feature ensures the safety of the equipment and the operators during operation. And last one, we minimize the labor requirements. The equipment includes a centralized material collection system, which helps to collect all the black mass into one centralized box, reducing much manual labor and improving the efficiency. One of the key advantages of this system is that it is standardized and well-tested solution, making it a reliable solution for lithium battery recycling. This system has been used by over 1,000 customers across the world, providing us with extensive experience to ensure it meets global industry standards. Currently, we are also making further improvements. We are making further research in our new technology, allowing us to improve the black mass purity to level where aluminum content will be below 0.5 and copper content will be below 1%, which is ideal for those customers seeking highest quality output materials. We have another group of customers. They are checking the machine and inspect our factory before placing the order.还好。
这次跟你来了几个，有好几个都不认识。
对，有一些是远的。啊，快了，快了，他带着在那边逛一圈。啊，快了，在那儿呢。
这个光直播，别说这些更快说。
差不多了吧？
差不
一会儿要不要去太阳能板那儿看一下？Alright everyone, that's all about the lithium battery recycling system. Now let's take a brief look at the solar panel recycling machine. Currently we have two plants, two solar panel recycling plants finished installation and ready for delivery. This one is for Italy, Italian customer, and the other one is for Thailand, a Thailand customer. Both solar panel and lithium battery are related with the sustainable energy and recycling. New energy. Besides solar panel recycling, lithium battery recycling, we also have wind turbine blade recycling machine. If you have some like very complicated material and you don't know how to recycle, you can contact us and send us the picture. Even with the sample, we can do the customization because we have strong research and development team. We have strong engineer team. They will customize and give you a proper solution. Now let's take a look at the whole system. That is the beginning of the line. This is the robot automatic loading system. We use robot arm automatically load the solar panel, helping to save labor. This is the robot arm. So it can support two solar panel pallets, one on this side, the other one on the other side. So you just need one worker to drive the forklift to load the panel stack here. Then the robot will automatically load the panel one by one. This is the computer for the robot system. It will deliver together with the whole lines, deliver to you together.我拿着吧。So after the robot arm load the panel, it will put into the first conveyor automatically. And then we have a positioning system. It will make sure the panel always stay in the right middle of the whole conveying system. This is also a positioning system. It will move the panel into the middle position. And then we have the 3D visual monitor system. It will measure the panel size automatically, measure the junction box size, panel size, and then automatically to the whole line will process different size panel automatically. And then after inspect the size, then it comes to the first separator. This is the junction box separator. Automatically remove the junction box. Yeah. Let's take a look at the solar panel recycling plant diagram. This is how the whole line looks like. This is the beginning of the line, the robot automatic loading system. It will load the panel, automatically put into the conveyor. And then we have a 3D visual monitor system to measure the panel size, locate the junction box position, and measure the junction box quantity. Some panel with one junction box only, while some panel with 3 junction box. Then this is the junction box removing machine. These are the junction box after removing from the panel. And then we have the aluminum frame removing machine to remove the full-size aluminum frames from the panels. After that, we have a glass separation machine to separate the surface glass. These are the discharged glass granules. After removing the glass, the remaining panel will be slit into long strips, cut into long strips at the end of the glass remover. And then through the belt conveyor goes to another shredder. This is also single shaft shredder. We use it not only in the solar panel recycling machine, also used in the lithium battery recycling machine. This machine can shred the solar panel into around 2 centimeter size. After that, through the belt conveyor goes to a turbo mill for grinding. Because copper, silicon, and the plastic, they are stick together. So only after grinding, you can fully liberate each material. And then we can use some sorting device to sort different contents. So after grinding, we have a gravity table. You can also call it a airflow separator. It separates the copper granule from plastic granule according to their different density. And then we have a high voltage electrostatic separator to further remove the remaining metal powder inside the plastic. And then we have the 2 cyclone material collector through the pipeline during the shredding, grinding, and the separation process to separate the silicon powder. That is the whole system, whole line. The whole line is around 45 meters long, around 8 meters wide, and 5 meters high. This is the deframer, the frame removal machine. This is a frame removing machine to remove the aluminum frames. After removing the frame, and then goes to the glass removing machine. That is the glass removing machine. After removing the glass through the belt conveyor there, then we have a vibration screen to classify the discharged glass into different sizes. Each separation machine we have independent control cabinet, also with independent touch screen. This is touch screen for the frame removal machine. You can see we use the Siemens brand touch screen, and all the inside the electric components are also Siemens brand. Siemens, and also the each machine with the independent and the integrated control panel. So when you receive the machine, you don't need to do the inside connection. This is the glass removing machine. We use around 108 million cutter to scrap the surface glass. See. Under the pressing plate, there are a lot of round milling cutters to scrap the surface glass. This touch screen for the glass removing machine. Each machine supports multi-language, English, Chinese. After removing the glass granule will fall down to the hopper, and then we have a belt conveyor for discharge of the material collection. That dust collector is for glass powder collection, and the glass granule will through the belt conveyor discharge to the vibration screen. The vibration screen will classify the glass granule into different sizes, so you can sell the glass outputs with different size at different price. After removing the glass, the remaining panel will go through this slitting device. There are a lot of slitting cutter inside. It will cut the panel into long strips. After that, through the belt conveyor goes to the shredder for shredding. This is single shaft shredder. After shredding, material fall down to this belt conveyor. And then we have a turbo mill for grinding. This is vibration hopper. After shredding, material fall down to the hopper and then evenly feed into the grinding chamber. After grinding through the pipeline, material will be sucked to the cyclone material collector, so material fall down to the vibration screen. Vibration screen control the discharge the material size. If the size reach like 24 mesh, it will discharge to the separation process. If the size is still bigger, it will flow back to the grinding machine for second step grinding. After grinding, we have a gravity separator to separate the copper from plastic. This copper from the solar panel. High purity. This side is plastic. Plastic is mainly EVA material, EVA and the backsheet. Also high purity. But inside this plastic, there might still be some more metal powder. So we use a high voltage electrostatic separator to further remove the metal inside the plastic. After that, this is the final plastic. And the cyclone material collector will suck the silicon powder. So here you can see that's the silicon powder. Silicon powder. That's the whole process. Let's take a look at the glass. This is the round vibration screen. Classify the glass into two different sizes. This is smaller, this is bigger. Let's see the bigger granule. See, high purity glass granules. And this is a smaller size, almost in powder shape. Also in high purity. Yeah, that's the whole system, whole recycling, solar panel recycling system. This screw conveyor we use to lift the material to change the discharge, the material discharging height. So you can connect your tongue back here directly. This line is for Thailand. Over there, there's another line. This is for Italy. This one already passed the final inspection, but we are waiting for the customer now to disassemble and then deliver. You see this junction box is quite big. Some junction boxes are smaller size. That's the two line. So if you are interested in the lithium battery recycling machine or solar panel recycling machine, please contact us, or you can leave us message, or you can contact us, send us email or WhatsApp message. We will share with you more detailed information with a detailed offer and a complete demonstration video. This is our email address, christinely.recycle@gmail.com. The WhatsApp 152-908-68058. That's the WhatsApp number. Okay, thank you. That's the. Now our camera will show you again the solar panel recycling system. 可以再展示一遍光伏回收，对，从头到尾。可以，Camera will show you the whole system again. This is the robot automatic loading system, and then the positioning conveyor, and then the 3D visual monitor system to measure the panel size, locate the junction box position, measure the junction box size. And then we have the junction box remover to remove the junction box automatically. After removing the junction box, goes to the frame remover to remove the aluminum frames. You see there are two scrapers, two knives. And then goes to the frame removal machine to remove the aluminum frame. After removing the frame, the panel will then move to the glass removing system to remove the glass. This is the glass remover. Remove the surface glass. 108 milling cutter to scrap the surface glass from the panel, and then the glass fall down to the discharge the conveyor, and then fall down to the vibration screen to classify the glass into two different sizes. This is bigger granules, and this is smaller size glass. And that is the dust collector for glass separation system. Under the dust collector, that's glass powder. After removing the glass, panel will cut into long strips, long and narrow strips, and then through this belt conveyor, feed to the single shaft shredder for shredding. The shredder will shred the panel into around 2 centimeter size. After shredding, fall down to the belt conveyor and convey to the grinding machine for grinding. The grinding machine also equipped with a water chiller to cool down the temperature of the grinding chamber. After grinding, the material then goes to the gravity table to separate the copper from plastic. This is a screw conveyor. The screw conveyor will convey the material and then discharge to the gravity table or gravity separator to separate the copper from plastic according to their different gravity. This is copper. Copper is much more heavier than plastic, so it's very easy to sort out the copper from plastic. This is plastic. And this is electrostatic separator, ESP. This ESP machine used to separate the metal powder from plastic powder. Alright, thank you for watching the live demonstration, and if you are interested in a lithium battery recycling machine or solar panel recycling machine or even other any solid with metal recycling equipment, you can contact us, and we hope together we can make a sustainable and a greener future. Thank you for your watching, and I hope to see you next time. If you like the live demonstration, and please don't forget to give us some like and share the live show to your other friends. Also, please don't forget to subscribe our channel. In the future, there will be more live demonstration for more recycling projects. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.